I am Gregory, and this is Pensane. Yes, so this is a vintage brand of fountain pen that I am actively collecting. I have fallen head over heels over this brand. It is the Filcao, and specifically, this is the Filcao Kamaleon. It's a pretty small pen. And the interesting thing about it is the top of the cap is very narrow, and then it gets broader, and this end appears to be more broad than the cap, which is kind of the reverse of how it usually is. So I find that an interesting design. So this is the cream color, a beautiful little pen, and it does have what is marked as a medium, but I will tell you now that this writes like a broad. So yes, and as you might suspect with a smallish pen, it does post very well. All right, so let's do a little writing here. And that is supposedly a medium, but that looks like a broad line to me. And this is loaded with one of my favorite brown inks. Kaweco Caramel Brown. And this is a very, very smooth nib. I have the camera very close to the paper, so that probably sounded louder than it is in reality, but this pen is wonderful. The combination is actually fairly dry, but it does not feel dry at all. Yeah, so I absolutely love this brand. It's so it's my understanding they went out of business either the early 2000s or the early 2010s. I'm not remembering which it was, and unfortunately the owner passed away, and that's why they went out of business. And it is tragic because I love the nibs on these pens. They're not always this broad compared to how they're marked, but oh man. So I have several of these pens now from Filcao of varying sizes, from one of the biggest pens in my collection to the smallest pen in my collection. And I will be doing a video about that here in the near future. But for now, this is the Filcao Kamaleon with a medium nib, loaded with Kaweco Caramel Brown, one of my favorite brown inks. All right, well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.